Hey gang, it's Lawrence Shine Wars, and we're in downtown Greenville, Illinois. I just love a town with a square in it. Don't you? Something about it, it's an old-time town. I love it. We come down to Greenville today, the car show. They had 137 cars at this show. And I don't want to brag, but I'll say the old mock, we got a top 40, so I'm pretty happy. But you know how I like looking at other cars? How often do you see one of these that you ain't riding in the back of? My friend Jim here collects these things. And Jim come today, and why don't you tell us about this and how you got a hold of it? Because what's the legalities of having this?
Well, first of all, it's a 1977 Grand Fury. It's registered through the state of Illinois as an antique vehicle. In the state of Illinois, if you have an antique vehicle registered as such, you can put plates that are year specific to your vehicle on the car as long as you carry the license plates, the antique plates, and registration in the vehicle to be presentable upon demand by an officer. If it's registered as an antique vehicle, nothing as far as the word police, the lights need to be covered. Whereas if it's newer than an antique vehicle, you can still drive the car, but you have to cover up all the stuff that would make it illegal otherwise. So that's one of the benefits of the antique plates for these old cars. This, like I said, is a 1977 Plymouth Grand Fury. It started life as a car coming down the line to be built as a detective car for a California police agency. The order was canceled for all their cars, and the car was shipped over onto the civilian line. When it came off the civilian line and was sold out, it was sold to an older couple in South Dakota, and a gentleman from Springfield found out about it, bought it from them, brought it back, drove it back to Springfield. The car has just a little over 50,000 original miles on it. He had it painted white and was going to be making it into a bicentennial version of the police car that they had in 1976. He needed some money, he sold the car and some other stuff to me, and I turned it into the more commonly marked state police car that you see here. So it is a police vehicle with 140 mile an hour certified speedometer, and it just never actually got to see police service, which probably saved its life, because it's quite a little runner and it's still young at only 50,000 miles on the odometer.
Yeah, you're talking about these, you're an ex-police officer, but I think it's really neat. You got a lot of equipment here, pertaining to the police, and you just go someplace and, how do people get that stuff where you can buy it?
I found some of it in the old police department garage before they tore it down in Springfield. They had stuff that they weren't going to use. It was old, outdated. Rather than haul it to their new building, they just left it where it was. That old garage, after being torn down, is where the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Museum now sits. So before they tore the place down and pulled out of there, I went in and scavenged all the stuff that they were going to leave. That's some of it. Some of it you can find on eBay. Some of it, actually, since I've had this car out, has been donated to me by old troopers, people that have stuff in their families that want to see it displayed here. And I try to do that with all my cars. I've got several other police cars, and I try to make an interior display and trunk display that's over and above, in addition to the car itself, so that it looks like it's just in out of service.
The car looks good. You done a good job on it.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for taking your time and talking to me. And like I said, one of the things I like doing on Shine Wars is sharing, what we drive and everything. And I think everybody's going to say, whoa, we never thought we'd ever see a car like that. I noticed you got District 9 plates on it, 9120.
9112.
9112. How'd you get them plates? That's what really got me.
Well, when I worked for the Department of Law Enforcement, I worked for the Illinois Department of Law Enforcement for several years before I went to Springfield Police. When I was working for them, a sergeant there was a friend of mine, and he was on executive security. Well, wherever the governor would go, he had a briefcase, and he carried an extra set of plates for a state trooper car. And he had a governor #1 plate that he carried with him.
Really nice.
So any car that they would get in, they put this governor #1 plate on. He knew I was a collector, so he gave me the set of brand new plates that you see here when they expired, never been on a car, and he gave me the governor #1 plate also. This is the first time those plates have ever been on a vehicle is on this one here.
Okay, well, that explains some things. Well, like I said, I appreciate your time, appreciate you coming to the show.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll catch you somewhere else.
I'll be around.
Okay,
I'll be around.
everybody, we'll catch up with you later. All I want to say is shine on.